I am here. Honest. Just give me a second though, but I'm here. All right, don't go anywhere. I'm here. Worry not, my friends. The fan is on. Okay, I'm here. Welcome to another fun-filled day. There's nothing going on, you know. It's a dead quiet Friday morning, June the 13th, 2025. We're approaching the longest day of the year here in the Northern Hemisphere. I guess it's option expiry Friday. I guess that's going on. Always, we got something to talk about because, I mean, what else are we going to talk about? Well, I guess we could talk about Gamestop today. We could talk about how they were trying to raise $1.75 billion with a $250 million option that would have given them $2 billion more in cash at 0% interest. But we can't talk about that deal anymore because they've upped it. It's now a total of $2.7 billion. They added $700 million to the financing deal at 0% interest. It's all pre-bought. It's pre-sold. None available. There's a waiting list of investors, I think, who want to put in another $5 billion into GameStop, maybe $10 billion more into GameStop. That GameStop. You know, the game guys, those guys, yeah. They decided to accept. GameStop decided to allow investors to give them another $700 million. Yeah, that GameStop. Now you're sitting there going, Uncle Bruce, what Kool-Aid are you drinking, man? The stock is 22 something dollars a share. It was 30 the other day. Yeah, that's right. The stock had to be dropped in price to facilitate the filing of the deal to allow the company to offer a conversion rate of $28.91 a share, which, by the way, is where the stock was 2 days ago, to facilitate that deal. But the stock won't convert into the deal, into the paper, for 4 years. The earliest that the company has to even consider switching stock for this $2.7 billion is June 20th, 2029. 4 years from a week from now. That's how long it'll be. 4 years plus a week. So there will be no dilution of the stock this week, next month. It's 4 years away. Now, have you noticed, any of you who follow GameStop, has it dawned on any of you that they have raised cash to go from about $2 billion that they used to have? You remember when they used to have about $2 billion, then it was $1.9 billion, then it was $1.7 billion. Now they're going to have $8.8 billion in cash. Now, 400 million of that is Bitcoin. The rest is dollars, all right? So they're going to be liquid with $8.8 billion a week from now. And I think the only reason it takes a week is because it takes that long for the lawyers to crank the documents and the filings to be officially done with the SEC, and the SEC to officially accept the filings and officially allow them to go through. It's just how long it takes to do, quote, the paperwork. But the money is already in the bank. It's a done deal. $8.8 billion in cash. If you noticed, have you looked at the market cap of GameStop this morning? Did any of you think to look? 9.9 billion is the market cap. If you multiply the shares of 22.30 a share or 22.20 a share times how many shares are out there, the company's market cap is $9.9 billion. 8.8 billion of that are dollar bills, cash that earns right now 4 to 5% interest. And then the stores that they have, and you know, and I know, if you follow GameStop, you know that the stores they've kept make money. They've dumped all the garbage locations. They walked away from countries they don't want to be in anymore, including Canada. They're simply USA, really. That's really all they want to be, is USA. And that's where they're going to be when they're all said and done. And they might, maybe they could take over that company that does the collectible grading service thing. They might buy that for $1 billion or something and fold it into GameStop. Therefore, making every GameStop store an official location that collectors can go to in person to get comic books graded, to get trading cards graded. It's not like they have to go to the GameStop store and buy something. They're going to the GameStop store to hire the store to grade existing collectibles. So if you have a kid or you know somebody that owns a comic book that's 30 years old or 50 years old, and they just want to know what it's worth, what condition it's in, they'll go to GameStop and they'll grade it for them for a fee. And it's all profit. I mean, less the cost of the person doing it. They're going to make money doing this. And of course, you also will have the flow of goods back and forth. People buying collectibles, people selling collectibles, people trading collectibles for gift cards, and on it goes. This is a high margin business, a very high margin business for GameStop. And with 8.8 billion behind them, they are more than capable of funding any kind of collectible entry they want without any problem whatsoever. This stock, this GameStop share stock, this stuff is going to go to $28 sometime next week. By the week after next, after the 20th of June this year, that's a week from now, this stock is free to roam about the country, and it could well go through 30. Because I don't see the GameStop shares trading at a level where the value of the company is $9.9 billion when you have $8.8 billion in liquidity. I just don't see that. What I wonder about is that yesterday, GameStop traded 172 million shares for the full day trading. And if you do the math, around $23 a share ballpark, because you know how it traded between a range yesterday. I think the low was $21.50, the high was $24.30. So in this $23 neighborhood, multiplied by how many shares traded, $3.9 billion of stock changed hands yesterday on GameStop. If I got my math right, you can double check me on that. That's more than the deal they just did for $2.7 billion. So there's more stock trading in dollars than they're raising in dollars. And I believe the stock was artificially held down to get the conversion price worked out. Because if the stock were at $30 a share, the conversion would have to be at 42, 41. And I think the company wanted to offer a conversion price at about 29, and that attracted another $700 million. So one more thing I'll mention, I guess, I'll mention a few things, but if you take 450 million shares outstanding right now and divide it by $8.8 billion now, you're approaching $20 a share in cash. It's $19 something, with stock not being issued for at least 4 years. What is this company going to do in the next 4 years? Lose money? Are they going to lose money in the next 4 years? Are they not going to possibly raise another 5 or 10 billion in cash in the next 4 years? Do you think that? Are you that sure that they're not going to be able to raise any more money now? Really? This company is going to be a powerhouse of capital. They're going to have a Bitcoin position, yeah, for sure. And they're going to be very well funded with the collectible business that is high margin business that they're into. They're going to be the dominant player in the collectible business, online and retail. Street doesn't know a damn thing. And why doesn't the street know a damn thing? Because no one on the street follows the stock. There are 2 analysts on the stock. No one follows them. Wall Street doesn't follow them. A whole bunch of independent bloggers and vloggers don't do opinions. There are very few research analysts. They don't even cover the stock. This is one of the most compelling little stories out there. And that little story isn't going to be little much longer. But hey, you decide for yourself. I think this is a perfect time to write cash secured puts on SoFi. And I also believe it's a wonderful time to take on put credit spreads behind this stock, because you can get these cheap put credit spreads written. You can do 17, 19s, 18, 20s for a month, 2 months. Heck, I bet you if you wrote 1 year out credit spreads, you could get some serious percentage on your money. Serious percentage. Stock goes to 24, 26, you're already laughing. This is a license to steal money from morons who actually are gullible enough to believe that by raising billions of dollars, GameStop's in trouble. It's laughable. It's completely laughable how ignorant there are people are out there. And there are lambs being led to the slaughter. It's amazing to me. Anyway, I'm just a guy in front of a computer trying to tell you what the hell is going on. What else is going on? Oh, the Israelis made that move last night. They apparently sent 200 plus jet fighters to Iran. The Israelis have a unique way of taking care of business, whereas certain countries like to talk about making a deal. The Israelis don't talk. The Israelis warn, and if you don't listen to them, they act. And I commend them, because you can count on them. You can count on the Israelis to act rather than talk. There ain't no hot air coming out of Tel Aviv or Jerusalem. There's no hot air. Out of Washington, it's all hot air. But out of Tel Aviv, it's action. And actions speak louder than words. And head of the Revolutionary Guards is assassinated. The head of the entire military apparatus has been assassinated. The top 20 scientists that were running the nuclear program are all dead now. Israel doesn't mess around, because Israel knows the moment that the Iranians have a nuclear weapon, they're going to aim it at Tel Aviv and threaten them with annihilation. And the Israelis aren't going to get to that point. They have been crystal clear about this for 10, 15, 20 years. No one wants to believe them or take them seriously enough, I guess. But I'll bet you that at the Pentagon, the top guys and girls at the Pentagon, not the joke that's running it, that Fox News host, not that moron. The people, the career people in the Pentagon, deep in, and also the CIA, the top deep people, they know. Don't mess with Israel. Don't be doing that. You're crazy. The world has been shown in the last 2 years what they mean. Jennifer and I were in Israel and left Israel Friday, the day before Saturday, when all hell broke loose. When these morons from Gaza broke into Israel and killed 2,000 people at a music festival, and who knows what else, all the atrocities that no one wants to talk about anymore. The Israelis promised retribution. No one had a clue on the outside world other than deep inside the CIA and certainly the Pentagon. At that time, very few people really understood what the answer was going to be. And the answer was a series of incredibly effective moves that have absolutely changed the entire scope of what's going on in the Mideast. If anyone is unsure who the boss is in the Mideast, you better be sure now, because it's not Iran, it's not Russia, it's not China, it's not America, it's Israel. They are going to call the shots. It's incredible. I think millions of lives were saved last night by this move by Israel. They already took out the Houthis. They'll get the rest of them, by the way. They're not done there. They've taken care of the Gaza thing, which is ugly. I agree, it's ugly, but it had to be. because that's the price that the leaders of the armed resistance in Gaza didn't believe they'd have to pay if they were to invade Israel, and think for a minute that the rest of the Middle East would join in to help slaughter Israelis. Boy, did they miscalculate that. They took care of Hezbollah in Lebanon. Oh, did they ever. Exploding pagers, brilliant. Exploding walkie-talkies, brilliant. And a complete annihilation campaign. Iran is out of Lebanon. And then Syria, Iran is out of Syria, because they're making sure the Iranians aren't coming back there either. The Jordanians, smart too. They're going, don't mess with our neighbor, Israel. If we defend Israel by shooting down rockets that are flying to Israel, they aren't going to invade us. It's a symbiotic relationship. Smart way to go. Saudis, they hate the Iranians, always have. Kuwaitis, they don't like the Iranians. Israel has nothing against the Kuwaitis. They have nothing against the Saudis at this point. And so all is well. But the Iranians have totally miscalculated what Israel is prepared to do. And the Chinese cannot defend the Iranians. As much bluster as they want to come up with, don't mess with the Israeli Air Force. Don't be doing that. Look, I'm just a guy in front of a computer. And I think millions of men's lives, millions of young men from 15 years of age to 30 years of age in the Middle East have just been spared by this move, because a ground attack is out of the question of any kind. And that means millions of men will not be mobilized to try to overrun a territory. That's old school. Well, that's long gone. America has been spared billions of dollars in expenses, hundreds of billions in expenses, by having Israel do the job. Because the Americans, all they wanted to do was make a deal with our friend Taco Boy, our great negotiator-in-chief, or your great negotiator-in-chief. What a joke. Iranians were running circles around this guy. Chinese are running circles around this guy. You think you have a trade deal with China? Think again. The Chinese call the shots. Taco Boy is being shown how to do things, and the Israelis are doing it. They don't talk. They act. I commend them. I completely commend them for this move. Absolutely brilliant. It's unbelievable what has to be done with some of these countries. They just won't wake up to reality. In the meantime, America, unfortunately, has got Marines in downtown Los Angeles to assist ICE agents to arrest children, women, gardeners, restaurant workers, and deport them. The Marines should be in Camp Pendleton right now, training to do Marine stuff, like defend Taiwan against China's aggression, or to be deployed at a moment's notice anywhere in the world to defend American interests, not downtown Los Angeles. You don't need 700 Marines and 5,000 National Guard troops to handle 1,000 demonstrators in Los Angeles. Talk about a joke. Talk about a misuse of American force. Talk about a country going into a civil war. This is what it looks like. It begins at various levels where you attack judges and you don't follow their orders. You attack lawmakers. You tackle senators and handcuff them on camera, and then let them go half an hour later and let them have a discussion with the Department of Homeland Security anyway. This is what complete breakdown of democracy begins to look like. And you have a military parade in Washington to honor Taco Boy. This is how it begins. This is how it goes. It's just flowing now. It's flowing. And it gets worse and dumber and worse and dumber and worse. And maybe November next year can't come soon enough. I don't know. But what's going to happen in 2 years after that? Who's running for president for which party? How are the votes going to be tabulated? Will there be a peaceful transfer of power from one president to another? Because the existing guy is a lame duck. December 1, he's a lame duck president next year. He can't run for another term. How's this all going to play out? I don't know. World events continue on. And the tariff thing, oh my God, the tariff thing is a complete disaster. A complete and utter disaster. Self-inflicted stab wounds made by America to itself. It's incredible. I have never witnessed such a loss of wealth in such a time frame. It's incredible. But again, when dictators think that they are smarter than everyone else around them, and they believe that my way is the highway to go on, and they don't go to advisors, they don't do anything in a partisan way, it's all, my way or nothing. What do you expect? Until Americans literally go on strike by not participating anymore in enough numbers, then it'll change. But right now, Americans are too afraid of their government. Certainly, there's no doubt about that. Americans terrified about their government and are not willing to stand up to it. But you don't have to go out with Molotov cocktails to stand up to the oppression. You just don't participate in the oppression. That's all. It happened in the communist bloc. The unthinkable happened in 1988, 89, 90, 91, where communist countries collapsed one after the other when the public said, enough. I'm just not going to work today. It's a national strike. I'd rather have less food in my fridge than go to work and try to buy a loaf of bread on the way home and stand in line for an hour. I'd rather be hungry for another couple of days. It only took 48 hours for a whole bunch of these fiefdoms to completely collapse. But we're not there yet. We're not there yet. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know, there are many Americans who are doing very well. The top 10 percenters, the top 1 percenters are living the life of Riley. But below that, the 90 percenters and below, life is getting worse very quickly. And Wall Street figures just keep it going and don't tell people to sell, and we'll just take our management fees and we'll be fine. It'll be next year's problem to someone else. Government goes, well, we'll kick that problem down the road, kick the can down the road. But it gets to the point where you can't kick a can because there isn't a can to kick anymore. And that'll happen with the bond market as the US dollar continues to collapse, and it will. And it'll make it much more difficult for the Federal Reserve to raise capital at 4 and 5% to fund government operations. Deficit funding, which is necessary with the new budget that's trying to go through, will need to probably spend 8 to 10% in interest payments to bond buyers. It's going to take 8 to 10%. Good news for you guys. You're option writers. You're sitting on a mountain of money. You're going to get much more for your interest, much more for your money. Very good. Bad news, your inflation rate is going to go much higher. So a bunch of that income is going to be eaten up with inflation. Good news, you're bringing in more money than anyone else is bringing in because you're writing options and you're sitting on a pile of cash. So you are staying ahead of the problem. But there are 239 of you here, not 23,900,000 of you here. There's 239 people here who write options and are sitting on a mountain of money going, I like this daily interest game I got going here. This is great, Uncle Bruce. I like the fact that you tell us how to write, call, and put credit spreads on 0-day to expiry options with your class tomorrow at noon. Boy, am I glad I'm going to be in that class because I need cash flow to stay ahead of the curve because my job, I'm going to get luckily a 2 to 3% raise this year if I'm fortunate. And many of you are probably already heard through relatives, friends, and associates that many people you know are not getting a raise this year. They're hoping to hold on to their jobs because they're worried about AI taking them out. They're worried about departments being sold off or shut down and the company that people work for now will contract out certain services from certain private other companies at much lower prices because it's going to be done in the third world. You're going to have Indian and Pakistani and Indonesian and Vietnamese and Filipino contractors doing a lot of grunt work for American companies where they used to pay Americans to do this. Now they're going to pay foreigners under contract to do this through offshore subsidiary corporations. Don't worry. No U.S. company is stupid enough to be caught red-handed that they're making these moves through their U.S.-based corporations. They're going to do these moves through partnerships, through subsidiary companies, not named the same as their parent company, with offshore partners. And so out of Mexico, out of Guatemala, out of El Salvador, out of Costa Rica, out of Panama, out of wherever in the world will be distribution centers, accounting headquarters, PR outfits, however and wherever corporate America can cut expenses and maximize profits, it will be done. But it ain't going to happen in America, baby, because America is too damn expensive to work in. And so you have to decide, can you make a living above and beyond your job? And ultimately, can you make a living and get out of your job, get out of that career, because you're in a dead-end job? Many of you have figured out in the last 2 years how dead-end your career actually is. You'd never considered it in the 80s and the 90s and the 2000s and 2010s. There are 40 and 50-year-olds who watch me, 60-year-olds who go, I never thought that my career, the job I had, would be eviscerated by the end of 2020. In the 20s, by 2030, it'll be gone. You never thought. But yeah, it's happening. It's just a guy in front of a computer trying to help you guys figure out a way to make money without having to lean on an employer and beg your boss to give you a 4% raise. If you're in that position, I feel for you, because boy, are you in a weak position. You cannot let yourself be there. You've got to find a way out. And maybe the way out for you, or partially the way out, is making some money as a side gig by writing stock options, rather than a side gig of being a person that sells cleaning products on the side at home parties, or maybe doing something on the side where you get paid to buy a box full of returns from Amazon, and you're going to open the box and try to resell what's in that box to I don't know who, how, where, what. And you spend $2,000 to buy this big box, and you're going to try to turn the box into $3,000 in the next month, and you'll make $1,000. In the meantime, you can't park your car in your garage because it's been taken over by this crap. And you've learned a shortcut, new route to the dump in your local town, because some of that stuff in there is ungiveawayable. You can't even give it away. You have to take it to the dump, and you are now making dump runs. Welcome to the world. Is this your side gig? You're going to the dump to drop stuff off and try to sell the rest to make a couple of lousy bucks. Or you could sit at home in your PJs, watch Uncle Bruce tolerate me, or just listen to me. You don't even have to look at me. You just listen to me and write stock options. And you're making a couple of $1,000 a month on the side to help compensate your underpaying job that you've got. Rock and roll. But some of you, you get a shock of your lifetime, a shock of your lifetime. You take some of my classes, you start doing practice trading like I tell you to. Then you start doing real trading on option writing. You get addicted to it. You love it. You can't believe it's legal. And you're not making $1,000 or $2,000 a month. Oh, no. No. You're making $5,000 to $10,000 a month writing options as a side gig. And then you figure out, I can get a line of credit on my house. I got a $700,000 house, they say. I paid $200,000 for it 15 years ago. I could borrow $200,000 on my house like that, and I can use that as capital to write stock options and bring in $10,000 to $15,000 a month of income, which means that line of credit will be paid off in the next 2 years. That'll be gone. I'll even pay off the mortgage behind that, and no debt. lower cost of living, no day job. I'm doing this as a full-time gig. That's what's happening around here. And yet there are only 253 people watching this channel, not 25.3 million. And I know many of you sit there and go, Uncle Bruce, you're speaking to the converted. I tried to tell my pals at work and my friends at church and my buddies on the golf course and my girlfriends at this coffee shop we meet at, and my best friends and my cousins and uncles and brothers and sisters. I'm trying to tell them that they should be doing this. If I can do it, you know I'm a moron. I'm doing it. And they go, if it's so great, if it's just so good, if this Uncle Bruce has got a way to show you how to be an option writer, why doesn't he have 25 million people watching him every morning? Wouldn't you think there are 25 million desperate Americans out there who would give their left, you know what, to quit their day job and learn to write options from the comfort of their house, apartment, condo, wherever they are, and or sell everything and travel the world for the next 5 years and trade contracts wherever they go for the next 5. Why isn't everyone doing this? If this Uncle Bruce guy is such a hotshot and he can help a moron like you do this, why doesn't he have 25.6 million people watching him right now? There's only 256 watching him. Can you answer me that question? I can. You can. You know the answer to that question, because out of 256 people here, there are 256 people who want to be in charge of their life and will do what it takes to get there. And what does it take? What have you paid emotionally and financially and brain power wise to get here and to be here and to be a writer? What have you done? And what you know for a fact that 9 out of 10 people you know, or 19 out of 20 other people you know, none of them have the drive you have, willing to get out from under the thumb of the employer or whatever situation they're in. You do. You figured this out all by yourself. And that's why there are now 259 people here watching me live, not 25.9 million people watching me live. The other 25.8 something million are slogging their way to the office right now. They're grinding their way to the office right now. Jennifer and I went for a drive yesterday to a city called Drumheller, Alberta. And if you've ever been out here to the Western Canada, you might have visited Drumheller once. It's the home of what we call the Badlands. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Place with a Jurassic Park type museum, because dinosaurs have been discovered in the Badlands, all these fossils. It's in a unique place. And we went out there to a little family restaurant and met some of the relatives of Jen's relatives. Had a delightful lunch, a wonderful visit. And then we drove back home to Calgary, which is about an hour and 3/4 in distance, kind of. And we were driving back into the city while everybody was commuting home from the city. And I moved here in 1977 when Calgary had 450,000 people living here. Today, 1.5 million people live around here. And Calgary has not gone vertical as much as it's gone out, spreading north, south, east, and west. And so driving in from the north, coming down into the city, the other direction, there are 3 lanes of expressway coming out of there, bumper to bumper, coming home. And I'm just saying to Jen, look at all these people. They do this 5 days a week. Can you believe it? Can you believe that they all drive in every morning 5 days a week, bumper to bumper, and then they drive home bumper to bumper? You know how much time they're in between their cars? And I know this is happening in Frisco, LA, Denver, New York, Philly, Washington, name the city in America, name the cities across North America, Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver, Edmonton, you name it, cities of 250,000, 500,000 and up, there's always gridlock at certain times of the day for the gazillion millions of workers who just do it, pay the price. I can't believe it. We have to drive through downtown Calgary to get to our apartment because we're just out of the downtown core, but we're on the south side of downtown. So we got to come from the north through downtown to get to here. And we're downtown Calgary yesterday looking at all these people on foot who are taking buses, the LRT, and are walking to a parkade to get to a car. And I said to Jennifer, look at all these people. We used to be these people. In our 30s, this was us. In our 30s, 40s. Look at these 20 and 30 and 40-year-olds just grinding their way home and back. And I'm thinking of you guys. I'm behind the wheel of my car thinking of you folks who watch me every day, who have learned how to write stock options. And I'm just going, you're getting out. You are getting out. You are in the Shawshank prison. You were in Shawshank. You were in that life. You were institutionalized. Monday to Friday, 5 days a week, 40 hours a week, or whatever your work week was, plus the commuting time back and forth, and the stress, and the after-hour abuse that you used to suffer from your managers that are not the owners of the company. They're just grunts above you, barely above you, who are giving you grief 5 days a week, if not 7 days a week. How many of you feared your bosses up until you met me? How many of you panicked when you were asked to see the boss? Because of what? The boss was going to tell you to come in tonight, stay late, come in Saturday. We're doing a presentation on Monday. We have to get together Sunday. You were fearing the worst from your bosses, and you were getting no support, no upside potential, and you were denied promotions for whatever reason. Sometimes it's someone else was favored. Someone else had an inside track. I don't know. Someone was drinking with the boss more often than you would be willing to drink with the boss, and you didn't get the promo. How many of you have left that life behind and have joined us here on this channel and have become option writers? How many of you? How many of you have decided, I had my own business, and God, Uncle Bruce, the regulations that I was faced with my city, my town, my state, my county, my province, my country, the rules and regs of being in business have just been overpowering the ability to make money. I'm now an option writer. I now write options. At first, it just supplemented my income, and then it really began to dominate the income, and now there is no other income. This is it. I now am in control of myself. Congratulations, because those are the steps that had to be taken by you to get to where you are now. And you know for a fact that out of 20 people 19 will not do it. They don't have the guts, they have self-confidence, they don't believe it, they're skeptics, or they drink the Kool-Aid from their office. They are totally hook, line, and sinker into their company and their corporation and their bosses. They believe everything those people tell them, and you're on the outside looking at them going, you're a moron. I can't believe you fall for this crap. But it happens all the time. Is everyone a moron out there? No. Out of 20 people, 5 will probably do very well. 5 more will do fairly okay. The other 10 will either muddle along or give it up or fail. In your case, you've had enough. Welcome to the party, pal, where you're in control of your life. I commend you. I congratulate you. I cannot stop encouraging you to grab this thing and go with it. Gamestop, as I said, it's $21.99, $22. It's not going to be here much longer, because the deal to take in the $2.7 billion in cash instead of the $2 billion, that 700 extra million, is going to translate into the bondholders, zero interest bondholders, they're going to be able to get stock 4 years from now at least at $28.91 or higher. And I think that number is adjustable on certain factors higher. But it's not going to dilute the stock today. And this is where the market today doesn't get it. Investors today think that GameStop is diluting themselves to zero. Ridiculous. They're actually growing their book value dramatically. This $2.7 billion adds actual per share value to the company. And what they're going to do with the $2.7 billion, now there's the question. Is it all going into crypto? Is it all going into Bitcoin? Are they going to become a dominant Bitcoin company? Are they going to become an exchange with physical locations where people can buy and sell Bitcoin inside GameStop, former GameStop stores that are going to become collectible centers and crypto centers? I don't know. Could that happen? Where else can you physically go to buy and sell crypto easily? At a shopping mall near you, strip mall near you? I don't know. I'm just a guy asking questions. I don't think GameStop at $22 has much time left here. I think it's artificially being held here to conclude and file this $2.7 billion deal. And I believe $5 billion to $10 billion more wants in. And the company went, we're only taking 2.7. They were going to take 2. They took 700 million more as a courtesy. I have a suspicion that in a month or two from now, they might raise another $5 billion. But that conversion will be 35 to 40. Why should they keep issuing stock at $29, $28 when the lineup is out the door with billions of bucks? They're going to raise the price of admission. I think they're going to get that. I really do. I can see them raising 10 billion more in the next 2 years at 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And the stock will trade well beyond that. That's my personal opinion. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one who doesn't get it. And the stock really should be $21.99 right now. I don't think so. I wouldn't be surprised if Ryan Cohn might be buying up some stock because he bought at $21.55 the last time. Hello. They announced the financing the last time, a couple months ago. And right after the financing, guess who bought 500,000 shares at $21.55? Ryan Cohn. Do you think he might buy another million now? 22 million bucks. He's a multi-billionaire now. He's not going to buy 22 million of his own stock? I think he will. I think he could. Now, what about Roaring Kitty? What about all those meme followers? When they figure it out, they put the math together and they go, my God, they're going to have 8.8 billion in cash. They could be hauling in over 400 million in interest alone now for this thing on an annual basis. This transforms these guys again. Yeah, I'm just a guy in front of a computer, 264 people here instead of 26.4 million, just trying to help you out. We're a little tiny family here, trying to figure out how to make a lot of money. Triple Q players, credit spread writers. I think you've had a good week this week. I know you had a good week last week, and I know for a fact you had a good month last month. Well done, all of you who are credit spread option writers, in particular, call credit spread writers. Yes. Now, did you need the Israelis to bomb the crap out of the Iranians to make money? No, you didn't need that. It's just an added bonus because, of course, the Qs are down this morning because of what happened last night. But did you need that to make a trade? No. We're down 620 on the Qs at 527.46. We're going to wait and see how the market opens today. We're going to see where it opens at. We're going to see the volatility. An hour or two later, you might make a move into the triple Qs. And you may well call credit spreads that die today as high up as you can go and give them 3 hours to crap out and then buy them back for pennies. We'll see. I wouldn't be recommending making moves into Monday right now. I think you want to be flat and sitting on cash this weekend. The strength of what option writers can do with margin accounts. Giddy up. 1444 on SoFi. I think 1450 will be breached very quickly this morning. I wouldn't be surprised if we're back to $15 a share either later today or Monday on your SoFi. We're going higher. It will happen. The Dow's down 450, S&P down 58, NASDAQ down 287. 1% for the Dow, 1% for S&P, 1.3% for NASDAQ. Gold up $57 an ounce to $34.60. Oil up $5.85, $73.89, and I think oil will be under 70 in the next week to 10 days. Again, it'll go back down to the 60s. We'll find out. Welcome, everybody. Aurora's here. Mark. Eddie is here. Big E. Andrea is here. Richard, capture this. Welcome, 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 welcome. The Big E. Done? GameStop? Done? Not only do they find investors willing to lend them money at 0% interest until 2032 to be converted at 28.90, they had to increase the bond offering to meet the demand. Unbelievable. Stuart is here. Legacy is here. Corinne is here. Hector, thank you for the thumbs ups. Everybody, Rocketeer, Amy, ALA, Charlie, Stock Jockey, welcome. Michael, GameStop is extorting the big boy naked shorters that continue to exist. Love it. Keep raising cash. Brian Cohen is a goat, says Johnny. I don't think he looks like a goat, says John. Anyway, giddy up, everybody. Splair's here. Susan Shops. John Biscuit, welcome. Andre Delatore here. James of the Mystery Tree. How you doing? Jeff Glass, it was crazy to see how big money completely controls the market. They were able to hold GameStop at $20.55 for 40 minutes with 9 million of volume. It didn't budge. Also, the exact price RC bought at. What a coinkydink. Oh, unbelievable. Is there a point to this? Trish the Dish, hoping it goes up so I can finally sell my GameStop shares. I'm so sick of them constantly driving down the shares with their liquidating. Trish, the longer you stick around, the richer you're going to get. You just have to just let it happen. Now, you don't want to hold the stock. And if you can't sell the stock and write cash secured puts because your shares are in a retirement account, I understand. You'll be an option writer and you'll be fine. John Biscuit, Trish the Dish looks hot. I hope she sells for a good profit so she can take me out on a date. Well, Trish, I'm not a dating site, but what can I say? Welcome all, and welcome to the program. I did the math yesterday, says Anthony Walker. GameStop's worth around $18 a share based on cash on hand. Yeah, this stock has no premium to it. It's unbelievable. I think it's a takeover target. I think it's a prime takeover target where if any one investment group can acquire 20% of the free trading stock, they'll be the single largest block of shareholders. And they'll easily find 31% more voters to take over the company. And you can now control the $8.8 billion cash pile, along with whatever cash pile you have. I see it as a prime takeover target. I don't know if Ryan Cohen has enough stock to hold it. I think he should be doubling his position. I think he should have close to 20% of the stock, not 8%. That's my personal opinion. He doesn't have enough stock. This stock is a takeover target. This company's takeover target. It's not trading at 3 times its value. It's trading at its value plus 10%. And that's if you think the brick and mortar is worth almost nothing, which I don't think it is anymore. I think the brick and mortar that they've got is the best part of it. And they are converting it into collectible centers, which are going to be very high margin outfits. Now, I think in a year from now, the brick and mortar part of the business could be worth $10 billion. If you got $8 billion in cash and $10 billion in assets over here, you got an $18 billion corporation. We're trading at 10. So no, I think there's some real upside here. Anyway, look, Rocketeer, anyone saying that GameStop should be a $10 stock when they have over $20 in cash is absolutely ridiculous. It's idiotic. There you go. Anyway, whatever. Jared, good morning from sunny Cincinnati. Welcome to the party, pal, from Stock Jockey. What else is going on? Welcome. Rice Checks is here. Good day. Gormez, thanks, Bruce. Finding out how much your course has inspired me to find the content for free. I was successful. Appreciate the push and the info. Waverly, counterbalanced by thousands of dead children, famine. Turn the internet off. Disgusting. Carry on. Yeah, it's not pretty, Waverly, but you know what would be less pretty? Having nuclear weapons launched at cities full of millions of people. That would be really bad. if it's preventable, it's preventable, and that's the bottom line. Yeah. Anyway, John, good day. Mike, don't forget blocking 8. Whatever. Welcome. Hi there, Splair. Hello there to Waverly. Hello to Juan MJM. Robert, thank you for being here. Good morning to you. Larry is here. Good morning, Larry. Nice to have you all in the house. Hope you can all make money. Trip Hazard, I did 3 trades yesterday. I wrote 137 put credit spreads, 527, 522, 0 day to expiry at 33 cents. I closed for 13 each. An hour later, I pulled in $2,192 profit. Wrote 147 call credit spreads yesterday at 535, 540, 0 day to expiry. I got 50 cents each for those. I closed them at 15 cents 4 hours later. I pulled in $5,004 yesterday additionally. Then wrote what I affectionately called a crazy Ivan move on GameStop. I wrote 140 put credit spreads at 20 to 25, expiring Jan 26 for $387 a contract. I pulled in $53,995. That's a crazy Ivan. Twilight Zone, Uncle Bruce, you are the man. Christopher, peaceful protesting looks much different than what's going on in LA. I'm amazed that Marines are needed. Even National Guard. What a joke. Complete misallocation of funds. Anyway, there you go. Mandu 79. Good morning, everybody. Let's see. John, I begged my boss for a raise. He just said I'm too dumb and stupid for a raise. I hate being self-employed sometimes. You're trying to ask yourself for a raise? No wonder you won't get a raise. You are a moron, according to your boss. I understand now. I get it. There are 270 people here, not 27 million. Welcome. Stephen Butler, I'm number 85. Good morning, everybody. This is fun stuff, isn't it? Isn't it fun? It's Christopher, America is a land of opportunity. That's why so many people want to come here from other countries. Build your own business, work for yourself, become an option writer. There you go. Let's go. What can I say? Let's go GameStop from Christopher. Sharon, number 91, thumbs up today. Bruce, you're getting thumbs ups today. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Susan Shops, I know we love writing cash secured credit spreads, call credit spreads. Any thoughts on owning GameStop shares or cash secured puts, perhaps, is what she's asking me about. Any thoughts on owning it and writing covered calls on it? There's a strategy to write 6 months call, bring in good money. Yes, again, for those of you who cannot write cash secured puts or do credit spreads, you might have a retirement account, like an RSP in Canada or an IRA in America or a 401k. If you can control those funds yourself instead of having a 2% a year manager run them for you, you can write call options on this stuff. And yes, you can use those premiums from call options to buy more GameStop down here to write more contracts with. Yes, there you go. Anyway, there it is. Welcome all. Hey, Mike says, if I get assigned next Friday on my cash secured puts, I'll be writing covered calls. There you go. Okay. What else is going on? Frugal City says, it's interesting that SoFi is valued at approximately $16 billion based on a recent market cap, while Chime's IPO is rumored to target a higher valuation of $40 billion. Despite lower rev and negative net income. Yeah, SoFi makes money. This one doesn't. It's amazing. Of course, one is using Wall Street to get it to the public. And so a lot of commissions are being paid to Wall Street. And so Wall Street is promoting it. Go figure. I'm just saying. Central Florida Lawn Care. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. Good morning from Chicago. Good morning from Henry. JV, looking forward to closing the Qs and the IBM I wrote earlier this week. The Apple covered calls working great. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Or call credit spreads. I think those are call credit spreads. That's right. You were considering writing a cash secured put or doing call credit spreads, and you did those at a higher strike with less money. I think you used about 9-10 grand instead of 20 grand, and now they're coming. There you go. Welcome to the party, pal. Thank you and congratulations. 2208 on GameStop, I think, is where we're at. We're opening in 6 minutes. 2208 down 6 cents on GameStop. 22.12 down 2 cents right now. Welcome everyone to the show. Thank you all for just being here and contributing to this channel. Thank you if you have subscribed to this channel. I really want to thank you for that. Also, if you have become a member of this channel, you've done us the ultimate favor. I thank you for being a member, especially Gold Bagel members. We're doing everything we can for you, Gold Bagel members, to make you richer. Those who are Gold Bagel members know what I'm talking about. They are the most successful option writers here pretty well. If you've taken all the classes, you're probably one of the better option writers around here. If you're into class 19, that's tomorrow at noon Eastern, welcome to the party, pal. We're going to be covering a lot of stuff tomorrow. Boy, am I going to be busy. I welcome you, and I am sure you'll be very happy. Looks like what's going on here. Let me double check that over there, and let me double check that over there, and let me double check that over there. It's not easy. I've got to do all this double checking. Waiting for confirmation. Walter, I'm looking for your confirmation that you're in. We'll see what we're showing here. Not seeing it yet. Let me know when you made that transfer on PayPal. Can you send me a copy of that? You should be able to do that off your PayPal confirmation, and we'll have you in there for sure. Welcome all to the program. Love that you're all with us today. Giddy up, everybody. Yeah, Walter, let me know. Show me that. Give me a copy of that thing and all that. I can confirm that. Looking forward to that class tomorrow. Okay, everybody, welcome to the program. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for becoming members. And congratulations, option writers out here who are making some serious money from option writing. We open in 3 minutes. So let's get this party started, kids. Let's get this thing going. I want you to be much richer than you have been lately. And let's see what this market wants to do for us today. 127 thumbs ups. Thank you, everyone, for 127 thumbs ups. And also, those of you answering the poll question, it's pretty simple. It's a yes or no answer today. GameStop will have over $8.8 billion in cash with a market cap of $9.9 billion. Will the shares climb up to $30? I haven't even put a time limit on it. The 78% say yes. 22% don't think GameStop will ever hit 30. It's not a trick question, I really think that GameStop will go well beyond $30 a share once the restriction is off the stock. We're at 22.14 last trade. But again, I'm just a guy in front of a computer here trying to make heads or tails of these deals. I think companies that raised $1.5 billion 3 months ago and are raising $2.7 billion now, that's in my head is $4.2 billion fresh cash into the company in the last 60 to 90 days, and this stock can't go to $30 a share. I have a problem with that reasoning. Anyway, I'm just a guy trying to make sense of it all. Rocket Lab down 80, that won't last. SoFi down 49, that's not going to last very long down here. GameStop unchanged, 22.14 right now. Triple Q down 6.20. We've got MicroStrategy down 3.89. We're looking at Apple up 52 cents now. It's the first of the Magnificent Seven to go green. 199.70. Way to go, JB. Tesla down 550. Microsoft down 249. Google down 330. Amazon down 330. Nvidia down 260. Meta down 576. Super Micro down 131. We've got a minute to go until we open. ASTS down 53. AI down 64. Palantir down 148. Unity down 77. Goldman down 901. Cisco down 54. Netflix down 760. Pfizer down 3. ARC down 134. IBM down 287 to 178, 278.16. We hit 283 yesterday. We're down $5 from its high. We'll see what kind of pressure we see there. Welcome to the party, pal. We're open here for trading. I think Larry is about to nail those bells for us. And here we are. Joe Oliver. Oh, man, I've been watching you at double speed for 20 minutes to get caught up. I finally made it. Crazy 49er looks like a lid on the 30 mark. What will it take to break that barrier? Flint Creek, let's go. Larry Titus. Ding, 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 ding. We're open, baby. We're back for more. It's Friday, January the 13th, 2025. Israel is kicking ass, and you guys are kicking ass, making money. Well done. ALA, Richard, and D.A. Druda are hitting the neat emojis to announce and let the world know how much we appreciate the Knights of Neat, the secret power behind this market. If you're new to this channel, you have got a clue what we're talking about. Welcome, everyone, to the show. Flint Creek, 6 million GameStop to start the day. We're at 22.19, up 4. We did 172 million yesterday, 178 million yesterday. It was insane volume yesterday for GameStop. 14 times normal volume yesterday. You think it's going to 10? Are there any people out there that think it's going to 10? Boy, have you got this wrong. Charlie, Jay Gill, James the Misty Tree, the Big E and Juan. Neat. Emojis are coming in like crazy. We know the power behind this market. We don't mess with it. Away we go, everybody. Thank you for joining me. 6.2 million traded on GameStop, and I'm sure I'm light on that number. We're up 4 cents at 22.19. SoFi, 14.39, down 51 cents. I'm not even sure if that's accurate. SoFi, 14.55 right now, only down 35 cents. Now 14.59, only down 32 cents. SoFi's already coming back up here. Volume on SoFi to start the morning, 3.5 million, 14.55 last trade. GameStop, 22.30 now, up 15. Limited time offer. Buy back those calls. Right cash secured puts. Bring in money. This is the deal. Rocket Lab down 54. That won't last. IBM at 278.26, down 271. We'll see how much more it wants to give up. NVIDIA down 167. ASTS up 132. I think that's what we're going to see soon here. HMIS down 132. MSTR, MicroStrategy down 490. AI down 49. Supermicro down $1.04. Tesla down 430. Palantir down 61. Google down 173. If this market were truly in trouble, I mean truly, we would be down 1,500 points, but we're not. This is a dead cat drop. And I don't expect the market to hit strong highs today. I just don't think the low prices will last very long. I just don't think so. 22.72 GameStop, now up 57 cents. We're coming back to 25, 26, and 28, and then we'll be back to 30 very quickly. And incredibly well-funded company. Splair, I'm missing SoFi's last 50 centinos. I hope we see 15 again. Well, SoFi right now, 14.62, down 28 cents. It was 14.20 this morning in the pre-market for a while. Now we're back to 14.62 in 3 minutes. Yeah, we're coming back on SoFi as well. Qs are down 376. Plenty of opportunity right now to close out call Qs at wonderful profits. Congratulations. The Dow down 504, S&P down 40, NASDAQ down 145, VIX is up 235 to 2037. Oil up 521 a barrel to 73.25 at the moment. Giddy up, everybody. Welcome to the party, pal. See how this all plays out. Going to be one busy time, I think. IBM 277.51 dropping here, 352 now. IBM is giving up some ground again, and it should. IBM really 255.60 is kind of where it should be. It's a little too high at this point with a 283.06 high yesterday, now 277.48. We should be dropping here. 277.15 just dropped again, down 388 on IBM. Welcome to the party, pals. GameStop going for 23 here, 22.86 and climbing, trying to get back to $23. That's only step one of many steps for GameStop. 22.90 now. 22.90. GameStop volume 8.8 million. Up 67 cents, up 75 cents, up 22.96, going for $23 in a moment. I doubt there'll be anything to stop it myself. It's going higher. Just a guy in front of a computer trying to tell you how to make easy money in this market. Don't be a sap and try to chase the market. Be an option writer. Become a casino and let the gamblers come to you and let them hand money to you desperately. Please let me make a wager. I want to make a wager. Take the wagers. There's some easy money to be had. We have 269 voters who have made an answer for me. This is great. Thank you. Keep those votes coming in. We've got 78% of you thinking, oh, yeah, GameStop will go back to 30. Sure. Only 22% don't think so. What are you smoking, you 22%ers? There's like 57, 58, 60 people who don't think so. That GameStop will go to 30? What's the matter with you guys? Did you lose your puppy? What's the matter? I don't understand it. Anyway, there you go. Welcome to the party, pal. Let's get a refresh going here on these early markets. Rocket Lab now down just 40 cents. We were down $1 on Rocket Lab earlier. We're just down 40. SoFi now 14.58, trying to come back to the 15 level here. We're down 33. We were down to 14.20 this morning in the pre-market. Now we're at 14.57, 58, 14.60. GameStop up 80 cents, 22.94. We're jumping around now. We're going to see volatility here. Get ready for a lot of it, but do not be surprised if the shares do pop a bit today. The Qs are only down 436 at 529.30. They're holding in there. What else is going on? Let's take a look at Apple. Apple is down 29 cents. Tesla down 149. Microsoft down 83. Google down 181. Amazon down 192. Nvidia down 207. These are slight, small losses, nothing serious. Meta Platforms, $690 a share, down 276. This is a nothing burger. Supermicro down 113 at 42.24. ASTS is up 291 right now. Look at that move on ASTS. AI down 56. Palantir up 61. It's not all red. Unity down only 16 cents. Goldman down 11 bucks. Cisco down 74 cents. Spiders are down 4.29. Netflix down 3.65. Pfizer down 2 cents. Arc Innovation down 51. IBM now 277.56, down 3.47 at the moment. Uber down 39. HPQ down 23. Home Depot down 134. Vanik down 4.14. Adobe down 23.80, and Enphase up 32 cents. Welcome all to the program and to the show. Thank you for joining us this morning. Hope you're making money today. There be opportunities here in option writing land. Thank you, guys. Let's go. Who else is saying hi to me? We got Juan here, Stuart here. Thank you, Brian. Brian, thank you for the thumbs up. Let's go, baby. Juan, ASTS, 40 bucks, Bruce. Holy crap, Brian, Uncle Bruce. Why is it legal that during a bond offering, the buyers are allowed to manipulate a stock to the price they want, using 35% of the company's outstanding shares? How is this done? Well, when you got Republicans in the White House, and you got Republicans in the Senate, you have Republicans in the House, and you have Republicans running the SEC, and you have the Republicans running all these other committees. Hello, is anybody here? Do you need Will Smith to wake you up with a little dope slap? What? Charlie just sold a GameStop, Jan 26, $25. What would that be? A cash secured put for $7.30. Nice, almost 30% on your money for 6 months, and you're not going to be waiting 6 months. Oh, nice job. Nice job. The Dow down 469, S&P down 36, NASDAQ down 135. SoFi 1469. SoFi trying to recover this market, down only 22 cents. This is the high today, 1469. We were as low as 1432 during the session, but in the pre-market we were at 1420. We're back up here, almost 50 cents from those lows, and climbing. The Qs are down 359. We got GameStop at 22.84, awfully close to breaking 23. Rocket Lab up 4. It's recovered completely. Rocket Lab was at 25.47 today. It's 26.44. This is 9 minutes. We're green in 9 minutes on Rocket Lab. We're going higher. IBM down 293, 278.04. NVIDIA down 202. IBM just broke under 278. It's now 277.88. ASTS $40.93, going for 41 now, up $4 more on ASTS. HIMS down 72 cents. MSTR down 440. AI down 44 cents. Supermicro down 111. Tesla down 170. And Palantir up 89 cents. Welcome to the show, everybody. Starting to see some green shoots. Wondering when SoFi will join it. SoFi only down 27 cents. Could go green at any time. Brian, I sold 2 January $26, $29 cash secured puts for $10.85 yesterday. This would be on GameStop. I bought 222 shares and bought 5 calls. I had a very busy day with GameStop discounts. Well, if GameStop would politely go to $25 for you, you will be one happy camper, although I don't recommend buying calls. Making money writing these contracts is the way to really do it. SoFi, 14.63, down 27 cents. Now 14.64 coming on again. GameStop, 22.68, up 53. Rocket Lab just under the break-even line. I think Rocket Lab's about to go nicely green here. Satellite launches, there's money in them there hills, I think. But I'm just a guy in front of a computer. What the hell do I know? Thank you, everyone, for being here. 285 voters now have come through the question of the day. 285 so far already. Thank you all for joining us. And thanks for the 142 thumbs ups from 295 watchers. Instead of 29,500,000, we have 295 watchers who are sitting here going, I like this game, Uncle Bruce. I like this, writing stock options and getting paid to do cash secured puts, credit spreads, covered calls. I like this game, Bruce. This is this legal? Are we really allowed to do this, or is this only for big banks and hedge funds? I didn't know I could do this. I had no idea I could take some of your classes and then learn how to write options. I didn't know. I like this game, Uncle Bruce. It's kind of fun. I like being in my PJs here at home, bringing in thousands of dollars. I want to do what a Trip Hazard does, Uncle Bruce. I want to become a Trip Hazard. That's what I want to become. Because this guy, watching the markets here, taking money off the table, left, right, and center. I mean, in one trade, this guy is making enough money that can pay my bills for like 2 weeks. I like this game. 14.69 on SoFi. We're back to the high of the day right now. SoFi ready to bust out and start moving higher. 14.70 has already been hit on SoFi. We're down about 19, 20 cents only on 6.6 million volume for SoFi. GameStop volume at 22.99 right now. We've already hit 23.03, 12.6 million in 13 minutes. So GameStop's been doing a million shares a minute. We're at $23 right now on GameStop. We're going higher, a lot higher. Welcome all. Mandu, neat emojis. There it is. Don't forget to honor the Knights of Neat, the power behind this market. No question about it. 298 followers right now. 298. Welcome everyone to the show. Thank you for joining me. If you're able to say hello, please say hello. If you're making money, keep making it. You feel like sending tips our way, happy to take them. Thank you all for joining us. We're on the air tomorrow live for class number 19 at noon Eastern. We are just about full, though, for the class. If you want to be part of the class tomorrow, Auntie Jen is the moderator. At noon Eastern, I will start the live lesson number 19, how to write call and put credit spreads, 0 day to expiry contracts, with all kinds of different talk there. We're going to go through all kinds of examples. I'm looking forward to having you join us. What a week we've had. what an adventure this market has been on. And oh my goodness, many of you who've started to tinker and try to write a couple of these contracts at a time just to see what it's like are seeing nice returns coming your way. You're going, wait a minute, Uncle Bruce, this is something else. You now understand why the fastest growing segment of the option business is 0 day to expiry contracts. You now get it. It's painfully obvious to some of you going, there's like a 2-cent spread on these contracts. There's liquidity like you can't believe. They trade 100,000 contracts a day and up. I can get in, I can get out, I can do credit spreads here. Uncle Bruce, I make money doing this, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I can't wait to see your lesson because I need a little more guidance. Come on in tomorrow. The instructions on how to join the class are down below. I'm going to run you $200 to get into the class. If you can't make $200 on a credit spread trade on triple Qs, once you've taken my class, you got to get out of here. You'll have to go somewhere else. I mean, for the rest of your life, you will be trading these contracts. This $200 admission fee, which ultimately gets you an edited version of the class anyway, which you can rewatch a million times. You're going to be doing this for many, many years and be making zillions of dollars from this. So come on in. If you'd like to come on in. We're running that class tomorrow at noon Eastern. It's going to run about 3 hours, ballpark. I will not start until everyone has been notified with your link. Follow the instructions below on how to register for the class, please. Please do. Thank you so much. Richard, hi there. Lisa just took a cheeky 17% off our Rocket Lab. Jan 26, $42 covered call. Might not be much, but it all adds up. Brian, GameStop's the most amazing story and is full of surprises. Thanks, Uncle Bruce, for teaching us what we know and advancing our knowledge in the market. Woohoo! Thank you, Brian. Kind words. GameStop, 22.87 up 73. SoFi, 1461, only down 29 cents. The Dow down 509 or so. We're down 42 on S&P. We're down 167 on NASDAQ. And we're waiting for this market to settle down and get over itself. I think we're going higher. 529.40 on the Qs, but we might have a higher market than we have now, but not like new all-time highs. We're going to gain back some of these losses. That should happen today. But the trend going forward as the U.S. economy is slowing down and the tariff thing is just messing it all up, will create lower index prices. So you triple Q writers, call credit spreads will be where you want to be. You just want to be careful right now about writing too soon today. You want to hold off. Let this market give us a definitive move. We're only 17 minutes into the session. Trip, I just wrote 111 put credit spreads. Speaking of don't do anything, I just did 111 put credit spreads, 521, 526 on the Qs. They expired today. I got 46 cents each. They gave me $4,959. That's how much I'm sitting on credit spread money, other people's money. And now Trip Hazard is going to sit here and go, this Qs stay above 526. These die worthless. How little of this money will Trip Hazard give back? Brian, I have stinkers to buy more GameStop shares. Let's see if I can get to 2,500 shares here. Brian, 2,250 right now, likely can only get to 2,400 with the cash I have left. Let's see what happens. Giddy up. 22.93 on GameStop, going higher. 14.62 on SoFi. 7 cents away from the high of the day, and I think we're going to go beyond that. The Qs, 529.38, down 428, everybody. Rocket Lab down just 8 cents. We were down over $1 this morning. We're coming on. IBM down 381 to 277, 26, 22, 26 range. The stock is drifting lower. NVIDIA down $2. ASTS up 393, $40.85 on ASTS. Juan, for ASTS, what are you folks writing? I would be thinking cash secured puts or put credit spreads on ASTS, HIMS, IMS, and HERS Health down 23 cents. MSTR down 326. AI down 73. Super Micro down 128. Tesla down just 7 cents. Palantir up 294. Google down $2. Apple down $2. Microsoft down 58. Facebook down 103. Broadcom down 322. Amazon down 260. Intel down 31. Netflix down $6 at the moment. Uber down 59. Cisco down 73. Adobe down $28. AMD down 240. Unity down 33 cents at the moment. Welcome to the program, kids. Let's keep an eye on this market and see how it generates some money for you. Mike H. GameStop back to 23, Bruce. Touched it. Yes, it did. 22.92. We're trying to get back through there. 14.55 on SoFi. Cindy, I had many iron condors on SPY and Qs that expired today. When I looked at the market last night, I thought I was in big trouble with the puts. Bombing in Iran caused a real knee-jerk reaction. JV, Uncle Bruce, I wrote 5 contracts, $25 on GameStop that expired July 18th. Should I move them to Jan 26 and bring in more money? Well, since we're at the 23 level-ish, you can look at 25s for Jan and definitely bring in money, or you could go June of next year and bring in more cash just at 25. You want to write 27s or 28s, you'll bring in even more because those are in the money. Look at the premiums that you're getting, though. That's the key. Welcome to the program, everybody. How you doing? Anybody having fun around here today? Thank you again for all of you who are helping out with the answers to some of my needs here. Question of the day, 299 answers now. 77% of you are believing that GameStop will break 30 again. Yeah, absolutely, it's going to break 30. Only 23% saying no. Thank you for now 300 votes. There we go. We have 153 thumbs ups for the channel today with 285 people watching right now. So if you're able to hit the thumbs up button, there's 130 of you haven't done it. Come on, man, help me out. Let's get through 200 very quickly here and put some momentum on this channel today. Thank you for those of you who have joined in. Brand new to the channel, becoming members of this channel. Thank you very much. The commentary is open to members of this channel. Ask me a question. I'll do the best I can to answer them for you. JV, thank you so much, Brian. 15 million volume on GameStop. Here we go, baby. We're running here. 14.54 on SoFi. GameStop 22.94, up 80 cents. Look at all the red out there, and GameStop is green. Doesn't that tell you something? Are you getting the message? Is that hint good enough for you? 291 people are here. How are you, 291 people? Welcome to Friday, June the 13th, 2025. Welcome to the show. I tell you, the Israeli thing last night was really something. That was very impressive. No messing around. You guys don't want to sign a nuclear deal and stick to it? Okay. You had all the time in the world to do the deal. We gave you 10 years. You didn't want to do it? Okay. We'll take care of it. Don't worry about that. Not to worry. And don't worry about having to get into a land war. Don't worry about that. You're not going to have to sacrifice your 15-year-old boys to your 30-year-old men. You don't have to put up 4 or 5 million of those guys to do a land war. We'll take care of it for you. And it'll all be okay. Giddy up, everybody. I wonder if there's going to be a regime change in Iran. That's what I wonder about. When will the population of Iran, the wonderful Iranian people, the hardworking Iranians, stand up and say enough of this BS nonsense and take their country back? Because they're being run by zealots. My God. Oh, my God. I don't know. I'm just a guy. It's not my business, really, although I don't want to see nuclear weapons coming out of Iran going anywhere. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Boy, can the Israelis kick ass. Can they kick ass or what? Syrians know. Assad, how's he doing in Moscow? How are things going for Assad and his wife and kids up there? Hope you're enjoying Moscow. I don't know. What about all those former former Hezbollah guys in Lebanon, and those Houthis thought they had it all, that they could do anything they wanted. Oops, their backer is gone. Iran is collapsing as far as foreign influence is concerned, as far as domestic influence. Oh my gosh, things are happening in there. Unbelievable. We'll see what happens. I'm just a guy. Trying to figure out where this market's going. You folks can get rich right here, right now. Learn how to write options, and welcome to the party, pal. Glad you could make it to join us and be with us today. I just want you to get richer. It's nothing personal. I just want you to make a lot of money. Thank you again for now 304 votes. Thank you for that. Thank you for the thumbs up meter that continues to chug along here. 159 thumbs up, so only 41 away from 200. Thank you for that. Welcome to all of you who are watching these markets just gyrate like crazy. We're down 22 on Rocket Lab. We're down 40 on SoFi. We're up 72 on GameStop. Qs are down 477, 528.90 or so. Yeah, fun times at the OK Corral. IBM right now is 277.48, down about 350 or so, 340, give or take on IBM. Finally, some profit taking coming there on that stock after hitting 283.06 yesterday. Now 277.61 at the moment on IBM. 23.02 on your GameStop. Going higher, up 88 cents. Volume on your GameStop is now 15.4 million shares. Buying is coming in on the GameStop. SoFi, 1447 with a volume now of 9.3 million on SoFi. Let's see how things kind of work out here. Brian, join us. We have Kool-Aid over here, you know. JJ, Uncle Bruce, please comment on the Israel-Iran situation, its impact on oil prices and cruise line stocks. Lisa sold an Archer Jan 26 $9 cash secured put for $1.88 premium, 20% premium. Oh, that's awesome. That is beautiful. Nice job. Yeah, well, oil is up. Yeah, for sure. It's not going to stay up though. Oil everywhere. Even the International Monitoring Group, the guys who monitor oil internationally, they're saying storage units are loaded with oil. Oil is everywhere. America is self-sufficient on oil. Between Canada and America's production, North America has all the oil it needs. Doesn't need to import a single barrel from anybody. Canada exports oil overseas because it can't use what it's producing. It just, how the Canadian dollar is not at 80 cents surprises me. Because with the developments last night, and oil now up 10% in price, give or take, Canada just got a lot richer. Canada's sitting on trillions of barrels of oil. Trillions of barrels of oil. Canada. Second highest oil reserves on the planet, more than Russia. Just behind the Saudis. Canada should be 80, 85 cents on the dollar. But, you know, Canada's trying to keep the dollar down. That's kind of what it likes to do. I think the opposite. I think the Canadian government and the Bank of Canada should be enacting a policy where the Canadian dollar trades at a surplus to the US dollar. Make it 120 against the American dollar. That way, Canadians go to the United States and it's cheap to go. And Canadians go to Europe and it's cheap to go. That's what I think. I think imports into Canada should be cheap. But that's me. You see, I'm being a Canadian, you see. Just a guy. We're down 610 on the Dow, little sell wave coming in. We're down 57 on S&P. We're down 199 on the NASDAQ. There you have it. The Qs are down 497, 528.69 right now. Giddy up, everybody. Thank you and welcome to the program. Nice to have you with us. SoFi 1442, GameStop 2286, Rocket Lab down 37 cents. Welcome to the show. 277.58 down 339 on the IBM. The IBM low of the day 276.84. So we're about 70 something cents away from the low of the day on IBM. The question is, will we hit a lower low as the day wears on? and lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. And does IBM give up between $4 and $8 today? Good question. We'll watch for that. We'll see, everybody. We will see. Thank you for joining me today from wherever you are. Bobby, I caught that wish list for a Canadian planning a trip to the other side of the world. You notice that, huh? I can't fool you guys. Brian, might be a nice IV crush today on GameStop. This will kill premiums. Get your options written, people. There you go. Yeah, those cash secured puts, your time is running out on GameStop. Writing cash secured puts won't be this juicy much longer. In my humble opinion, I don't think so. I think the GameStop shares next week will be back to 28.30. And you guys will be going, wow, I made a bunch of money, boy. But then you'll go, why didn't I write any? Why didn't I write more? What's wrong with me? But hey, it is what it is. Welcome to the program. It is what it be what it be. And there you have it. Oh, thank you for joining in on the party today. My goodness. SoFi volume now is 10.6 million. GameStop volume now 16.4 million, almost 16.5 million on GameStop. We did 170 plus million yesterday on GameStop. 16 already now. Wow. We've got activity here. A lot of money changing hands on the speculation at GameStop. 22.74 up 60 cents. Down 29 on Rocket Lab. Down 309 on IBM. NVIDIA down 198. ASTS 39.44. We broke 40 bucks. Did we break 41 on ASTS? We did. 41.13 today already on ASTS. These guys are really delivering nice returns on the stock. A cash secured puts, a great way to go. Put credit spreads, great way to play ASTS. Absolutely. Anyway, just a guy sitting here telling you what I think you could be doing. Thank you. Joining in. Let's see what this thing wants to do for it. We're down 606 now on the Dow, down 52.53 on S&P. We're down 182 on NASDAQ, about 0.93% on NASDAQ, 0.88% on S&P, and we're down 1.4% on the Dow. It's actually leading the market the worst. It's the worst performer of those three indexes right now. Oil is only up 450. It's not up 550 anymore. 72.56. We got to like 75, $76 this morning. We're back to 72.50 on oil. It's giving up the ground here. The VIX is up 189 and gold is up 56.80 an ounce. So the fear index and the speculative oil index, it's backing off. Interesting. Okay. Entertaining, I would say. Indeed it is. Welcome all to the show today. And thanks again for joining in. Alrighty. Poll question results, 316 have come through. And for the thumbs up meter, we're trying to get out of that 150 range now. 164 on thumbs ups, 36 from 200. Thank you all for coming through for us yet again. All right. JJ, I'm sitting on call credit spread, $26, $28 calls on a Carnival Cruise Line stock. I collected 25 cents last week on Carnival. And Carnival right now is sitting at 22.28, and you're at 26.28 on the call, so you're nicely out of the money. They're shrinking, and I don't know. I see you're closing them on the 27th, so you got 2 weeks to go, and the Carnival stock is 22.30, down 126 today. It's working for you, definitely. Mandu number 5. Uncle Bruce, yesterday I sold a cash secured put for GameStop for $290, for $10.90, excuse me. I got $10.90 for a 29 that expires Jan 26. Wow, that is huge. GameStop now at just about $23. This contract is only worth $6 if the stock's trading at 23. So there's no way it's going to have a 1090 value. Well done, Mandu. Double D. Uncle Bruce, what kind of PCSD on GameStop should we be looking at? Are you looking for you're looking for a put credit spread is what you're wondering about? What kind of credit spread should you look at for GameStop? Well, it depends how far in time you want to go. Take a look at 1 week to 6 weeks, and then look at 2-3 months. And again, you can look at all of those and find the one that really appeals to you. You want to be behind the market. Don't be looking at calls, looking at put spreads. And on GameStop, can you do 18-20s? Can you do 19-21s? Can you do 16-19s? Can you do 15-20s? I don't know. Depending on how far out you go. You want to be behind the market nicely. If you can be even lower than that, even better, because you want the next $3-4 of upside to completely give you the win. You don't even want to, you don't need it to go to 30 to give you the win. So take a look. See what happens. Double D Mandu number 5. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Rock and roll, pal. Rock and roll. 600 point loss on the down, now 597. And we're down 475 on the Qs at 528.91. We're down 527 on the spiders at 598.48. SoFi 1444, GameStop 2274, Rocket Lab 2612, down 28 cents. Giddy up. IBM 278.39, trying not to go much lower than this. The question is, will sellers keep coming into IBM? Because at 283 yesterday, all-time record high, everybody was a winner. Everybody. Now down $2 or $3. There could be losers. Those who paid 283, 282, 281, 280, all those IBM gamblers are losers. We're at 278.44. 279 buyers are losers. The 280, 278, 75 losers. That is getting worse. The lower the stock goes on IBM, the more recent buyers will become losers. And the recent buyers are gamblers thinking the stock will go to 300 or more. And if the shares keep giving up another $0.50, you can pile on thousands of additional losers into IBM. We're at 283 and over. Everybody was winning. Now not everyone is winning anymore. And now when do losers get nervous? When do losers figure out, wait a minute, I bought IBM at 282 on margin yesterday. I got all this margin opportunity to buy IBM, and I jumped on it, and now I'm down $4 a share already in less than 24 hours. Maybe I should get out. Watch for that. It builds. Susan Shops. Bruce, what do you think GameStop put credit spread? Jan 26, 15/20s for 243 credit. Break even 17.57. My goodness, I like that trade. I do like that trade. You need $500 and you bring in $243. Yeah, that's pretty damn good. Look, if the shares go to 25, 26, nowhere near 30, but they go to 25, $26, these 15/20s, they're going to be down to like $1.10. You'll be up over 50% on this trade quickly. They want to go to $27, $29 on the shares. These are going to go down to like 80, 90 cents. The spread. Yes, Susan, there's opportunity in them there, Hills, if you want to make that kind of a move. It's a nice return, isn't it? Not bad. 40 plus, almost 50% on your money on this trade. Wow. That's a credit spread. Now that is a credit spread, folks. That's what it really looks like. I like that. GameStop 2268. Go shop the credit, shop the option charts, the chains, and see which two work best for you for a credit. Absolutely, that's a $500 trade. You can do 10 of those, put up $5,000 and get paid $2,400 back. Get $2,400 of your $5,000 back right now. How little of that will you give back? That's what you're going to decide now. You're going to fold your arms with $2,400 of other people's money. You're going to go, yeah, I'm going to give some of this back, but not $2,400. Maybe I'll give back $1,400. Maybe I'll give back $1,200. Maybe I'll give back $850. You'll decide. Nice going. And that's if you just do 10 of them. My goodness. I like this. I like what I see there. Well done. 2270 on the GameStop. Very interesting. The Dow down 609, 613. Seems to have stopped falling kind of around here. Down 52 on S&P and down 186 on NASDAQ. Welcome to the program, everybody. Auntie Jen is busting into the room.
Did you think I'd forgotten
She's
about
just
you?
busting in. She's not even knocking. She's not saying, I'm here. And she's just dropping.
Just dropping.
Just right on my lap, almost on my lap. The grape jelly bagels, sesame seed grape jellies.
Did you see what we have outside?
Sunshine?
Shadows, sunshine,
Blue sky.
birds flying.
Wow, might be able to open the window. You got blue sky out there. Oh
Yeah.
my God. This is
know.
pretty cool bean stuff.
Thank
Let me
you.
hand you that. That is awesome, Auntie Jen. We got to love this little picture. Clear skies. We were driving through forest fires, smoke-filled air for a lot of yesterday's drive.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
But yeah, it's looking very
So
much.
the wind has shifted.
Mm.
Must be, because we got the first clue is that birds are flying. They don't fly when the weather's bad. And there's shadows. I can see shadows.
That's awesome. That's nice.
For a Friday. Oh,
On a Friday, we did get rain last night here, and it was raining in Drumheller, where we went yesterday. Good shower activity. Hang on,
where are you going?
dropped my napkin.
Ah,
So we had good rain activity yesterday. We're just hoping that can rain arrive in northern Canada, please.
I know, like the crops are looking pretty good.
Yeah, the crops where we were driving through yesterday looked fantastic.
A lot of on fallow land, but maybe it's just time. It's on its rotation. Who knows?
Yeah.
Or they plant later. I don't know. Maybe it was soggy last month.
Mm.
Who can say?
Richard Carlin, Free range.
Richie.
Larry Titus.
Morning, Free range.
Good morning, Auntie Jen.
Larry.
Good morning to you. Giddy up, everybody. Welcome to the program.
Wasn't Larry traveling?
Mm-hmm.
Is he back?
Mm-hmm.
He's back. He's available for bell ringing again. Good to know. Good to know.
All week.
Excellent.
Larry had a very interesting trip. Number of countries visited.
Good, good.
Rock and roll. Good to have Larry back.
That's your theory of traveling. If you're going to be out, stay out.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. It's been a busy one for us this morning.
Oh, busy summer ahead of us, too.
And with all the Iranian stuff and Israeli stuff.
Oh, jeepers. Yeah. No, I was just thinking
Israelis kicked ass.
family reunions, but yeah. Yes. That Trump has come out with a very decisive statement that there is no way that Iran will have nuclear weapons.
Yeah.
This will not happen.
Yeah.
I
Trump
think he's a little late.
Trump takes credit for what Israel does for him.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
or at least insinuates that.
Taco Boy is a
they're
talker.
doing it.
Israel is a doer.
Did Netanyahu survive? I'm
Yeah.
assuming.
Yeah. Survive.
Speaking of surviving, how did that guy walk off that plane?
Walk out of Rome.
What?
Seat 11A on a Dreamliner
Like what?
crashes with 125,000 liters of jet fuel burning up everywhere, and he walked out with a slight burn on his hand and a couple little burns here and there.
Yeah.
Wow.
He must have been blown away, or I don't know. I don't know.
First row of economy.
Right. So he had a little bit of a bulkhead in front of him.
There's a gap there.
I don't know.
Bathrooms.
Right.
Get on and off the plane.
Yeah, you got a little more leg
And
room
business
there.
class.
And that's where if you have babies, they put you there because they can hook the little cribs.
The bassinets.
Yeah.
Hanging. He
Yeah.
had like 5
Wow.
feet of space in front of him. The exit row.
This man is going to be on every talk show in the world. What did you do? How did you survive?
Amazing, right? But the person next to him didn't survive. Now, I don't
No.
know. Was there someone sitting beside him? I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
The row behind him,
Were you the aisle? Were you the window?
and 11G or what? The
Yeah,
other
exactly.
one
Yeah.
didn't make it.
Right. So that's why I'm thinking he must have been.
Unbelievable. It's crazy.
Yeah. I don't know how.
Susan the shop says you said to go low on put credit spreads. So look at this one. Jan 26, 10/15s for 132, 32, 26% return and not a chance of assignment. That's right. There's more. Mandu, good morning.
Morning, Mandu. Yeah.
Good morning, Auntie Jen. BP says, what is the risk of holding a call credit spread through dividends? If I had 10 contracts, Meta, but the dividend date, should I hold or get out? Currently 688. You have to decide whether you want to be, long or short based on how big the dividend is. In the case of Meta, I don't think the dividend's big enough to matter. Cindy, this is amazing. Lisa, he sat next to an emergency exit too. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Jay, well, yeah, he was, in front of him was, JV, Susan Shops just wrote 10-year put credit spreads, and it's juicy. Thanks for sharing the wealth.
That's right.
There you go.
That's right, community. We share the wealth.
Good morning, JV says, good morning, Auntie Jen. Savage of Wall Street, finally at home after a crazy month of work.
Oh, no.
I'm just sitting, minding my own, and my son comes into the living room and automatically says, can we text Uncle Bruce? So good morning, my fellow simpletons. Lisa, he was traveling with his brother who sat in another row who sadly perished. Interesting. Bobby, the guy that survived needs to be checked as a superhero.
No kidding.
Reminds me of Bruce
movie.
Willis from the Unbreakable movie.
Yes.
Or maybe he's Starman. Jeff Bridges, he's Starman.
Or he's Quantum Leap for you older people, that he really isn't the guy who was on there, but he stepped in at the right moment. Ooh.
What about that?
Oh, yeah. Well, we have questions.
We want answers. We're not going to leave this guy alone.
Friday the 13th. He's getting the luck. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
There you go. Well, I will leave you to your bagel.
This is so good.
It's a little extra crispy today. A little, or burned.
Delicious.
It's so hard to decide when you
sesame
cross
seeds
that
are
line.
so nicely roasted.
Oh, and for all of those people who come to Calgary for the world famous Calgary Exhibition and Stampede,
Yes.
the tents are going up. The excitement starts when the tents start going up. Pretty soon, bleachers.
Okay. What does she mean? What does she mean about
large drinking tents?
the operative word?
So if you have a parking lot, it doesn't park cars anymore. It parks drunks now.
Yes, downtown Calgary, open air parking lots are now being populated by these huge sprung structure, metal framed, tarp made tents.
Yes.
That go a city block long.
Thousands.
They're like 300 feet long and 150 feet wide, and they're like 30 feet high, and they're drilled into the ground. They're not going anywhere.
They're drilled in.
Yeah, they can handle whatever, but
they can handle our winds.
Oh my God! And the bands will be playing, and the DJs will be playing. They'll be dancing. There'll be all kinds of office romances begun and ended.
It ain't a festival if there's not new babies next year.
See, it ain't no festival if there aren't no new kids in 9 months from now. What kind of a festival
And
is
if
that?
the police don't come, can you call it a festival?
Yeah, can we call it a festival without a baby boom 9 months from now? That ain't no festival. Oh my goodness.
When the mother looks and goes, nope, don't remember anybody that looks like that.
Oh my.
We'll just call you Joe. Joe Doe. No, John Doe.
John
Okay.
Cowboy.
John Cowboy.
John Wayne.
That's right. Save a horse, ride a cowboy.
There you go. Save a horse, ride a cowboy.
And are there children listening? Put a sexual protective device on that cowboy.
Oh my. Calgary's
are really good posters, ladies.
Calgary's morning go-to drink, starting Stampede, Morning Glory.
And you only have one.
Champagne and orange juice, or vodka and orange juice. Morning
Or
glory.
Tomato juice.
Tomato juice and
Little
vodka.
red eye.
A little red eye to kind of get the days.
And you only
10
have
straight
one.
days.
Because it comes in a pitcher. Get out your cowboy boots. Shine them up. Grab $20. Go into town. That's a Core Blund song for all you country and western fans.
Boy, are you ever from the 70s?
Go look at
Grab $20 and go downtown.
No, Core Blund isn't that old. He was just reminiscing, maybe.
Yeah. Talking about his parents, what they used to do. Oh my
Gonna
gosh.
dance with every pretty girl he sees.
One hell of a time coming up. One hell of a time.
One hell of a time, that's right.
The annual greatest outdoor show on earth.
All business stops.
Yeah, a whole bunch of Daisy Dukes show up all of a sudden.
Oh, yeah.
A whole bunch of girls that look like Daisy
What
Dukes.
they refer to as Stampede underwear. Did she always look like that?
I don't remember her looking like that on the TV show.
Yeah, no, she doesn't look
This is a 2025 version of Daisy
And
Duke, right?
Shania Twain is our parade marshal. She's coming
Shania.
back. She's done it before.
It's not Shania.
It's Shania.
Shania. That's who our parade
Our
marshal is.
alien.
Shania is our parade marshal this year. Oh my.
And our tarp sold for more than they ever had.
Mm.
Even this year, they had a really good tarp sale. So, and
You don't know what that is
all
either.
you PETA people have to just close your eyes for
Close your
10
eyes.
days.
Don't look.
It'll
Go
be
on your
okay.
summer
It'll
vacation.
be okay.
Come back in August.
These animals are loved. We don't hurt them. They're loved.
Oh my.
On that note,
Well, thank
since
you.
I've riled up a lot of
Oh, you've
vegetarian
riled them
people,
all up now. They're all beside themselves.
the mother's trying to explain to children what protective sexual devices might be.
Question from Tom. Is Jen Jr.'s birthday around 9 months from now?
No, actually,
Let's see.
it's,
August, September.
but it was July.
December, January, February, March, April.
Look at that.
She's an April girl.
But she was, after Stampede.
Yeah. Just the week after Stampede. Well, what do you know about that? Little old Jen Jr. is a Stampeder girl. Look at that.
Oh,
I don't
wow.
even think she thinks about that.
No, she finally caved and bought a pair of cowboy boots.
She did buy a pair of cowboy boots.
Like, this girl, I'm not sure who she is. I don't know.
She's your daughter.
Yeah. In so
I'm the
many
dad.
ways- In so many ways, not though.
Tom, that was a good question.
Bye.
Bye. Double D. Susan, thank you. I wrote 20 on each side of GameStop. Stephen, my wife's stepdad made a really tasty Bloody Mary back in the day. Susan, well, thank you. JV, I just know I know nothing yet. I'm trying to figure this out. JV, Susan, yes, you do. We got you. We got our best guide in Uncle Bruce. There you go. Giddy up. Well, GameStop 22.44, still up 31, but down from the highs. SoFi 14.15, down to the lows in the pre-market right now, down 35 cents. The Dow off 651. I think we're a little too low on some of these stocks, but the indexes are what they are. IBM 277.68, down 335 right now. Interesting markets this morning. Boy, this bagel is fantastic. Tom, I'm born 9 months, 2 days after Christmas Day. I'm a September baby. I'm a Christmas baby. Definitely. Mom and Dad out and out admitted it. Oh, no question. Let's do the math, folks. What are you? Have you ever thought about the date you were born and then go back in time a little bit, like 9 months, and figure out, I know what my mom and dad were doing on that holiday. Yeah. Mm, mm, mm. Boy. Cindy, I was a honeymoon baby. What I find funny is people who are told I was a honeymoon baby, and you do the math, and you go, wait a minute, mom and dad were born 2 months after the honeymoon. They were married 2 months after the honeymoon. How can I be a honeymoon baby? Well, we had the honeymoon first, and we got married later. Just saying. I don't know. I'm just a guy in front of a computer, you know. Oh, fun times. BP, I decided to get out of the Meta 71520 call credit spread due to sleep better. To sleep better over dividends. I still made $250. Bobby, March, April, baby, spring bangers. Tom, my sister is 2 years older. Months exactly after Christmas Day. Good Irish Catholic family here. Savage of Wall Street, you guys are hilarious. There you go. Oh, how many kids are born 9 months after July 4th? How many kids are born 9 months after Thanksgiving weekend? Just go back in time. When was the Thanksgiving holiday? 30 years ago, 50 years ago, 70 years ago, whenever you were theoretically, when were you born? Go back 9 months. Did that correspond to November family get-together time? Was it Christmas 1958? Was it, I don't know, was it spring break Mexico? Spring break Hawaii? Was it a Vegas getaway holiday in 1978 that in 79 created someone new? I don't know. I know my youngest sister was a product of the Big Apple. I know that for a fact. Mom and dad said it was, and I did the math and I went, yeah, that's right. 9 months before she showed up, you were in New York City, and that was the first time they were ever in New York City. So I can imagine they were rather enjoying themselves in New York in 1964. Yes. Isn't that interesting, everybody? Savage, my daughter was a World Series baby, I believe. My eldest son is a Valentine's Day baby, and my youngest is a COVID baby. That's the way things broke down or broke up. What can I say? Oh, yes, the hidden truths that are undeniable. It's funny how mathematics works, isn't it? Sometimes it's not a good idea to teach your children mathematics. Sometimes you need to skirt around the issue of certain kinds of mathematics to, not get into interesting discussions. I'm just saying, whatever, Fun stuff, kids. Welcome to the party, pals. Nice to have you here. And thank you for joining us today. I hope you have a great weekend this weekend. If you're not joining Jennifer and I tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock Eastern, you are forgiven. You can always pick up lesson number 19 a week from today, maybe as an edited version. But if you're joining us tomorrow morning, and a number of you have committed to that, can't wait for tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock Eastern, noon Eastern. It's 10 o'clock my time. Noon Eastern tomorrow, we'll be live for lesson number 19. And if you are interested in joining and registering in the class, you can do it still today. But we're topping out here. I don't expect very many more of you to be coming in, but I'm always surprised at the last minuters who go, oh, no, I'm definitely going. I'm definitely coming in. Follow the directions down below, how to register for the class. And we'll link you in tomorrow about a half an hour before we begin, approximately. If you don't get your link with 10 minutes to go, Don't worry about it. I'm not starting the class without everyone registered in. So relax. Don't worry. It's okay. I'll get you linked in. You'll be in the class, and away we go. Okay? Fantastic. We'll watch this market today. I'm sure we'll see volatility. We're down 700 on the Dow right now. We'll see how much lower it wants to go and see what kind of recovery it has. Again, if you want to write 0 day to expiry contracts, I recommend another hour before you do anything. Let the market truly show you what it's going to do. That's the way you want to play. But I know some of you are right on it. You're willing to just trade like that. I get it. But for the rest of you, calm yourself, chillax, and we'll just see what this market shows as the day goes by. We'll see you on Monday. For those of you I don't see tomorrow, thank you again for all of you, your support of this channel. It is much appreciated. And again, thank you for today's response to my poll question. 349 responders today have come through. 77% of you do believe that GameStop will break 30 again. Very good. And on the thumbs up meter, we're coming up to 170 now on the thumbs up meter. Thank you again for coming through there, as many of you do every day. I never even have to ask you. I thank you so much. We have 216 people still watching at this time today, which is higher than normal, of course. Thank you again, everybody, for being here. And let's see what's going on here. Bobby, joining today's party in the T office. GameStop put spread, 18.20. Until the end of the month, I got 49 cents for those 10 times. That's $490 being handed here for a $2,000 position. Very good. All my kids were begging my wife kids. I don't know what this means. Tom, I won't be in the class, but we'll purchase later on. Enjoy, everybody. Thank you, Tom. All the best to you, Splair. Just in case, I'm wishing everybody a relaxed weekend. Indeed. Have a great one, of course. All of you. Thank you so very much. Those who've been, who are here. Love it that you're all with us, okay? Okay, let's see what we got there. I'm just going to be going into my email account here after I get off the air. And if you have any questions, I'll fire answers back to you as best I can. Thank you all. We're not the Joneses. Thanks, Uncle Bruce. Savage of Wall Street. Have a great weekend, folks. Definitely. Enjoy, everyone. James of Mystery Tree. I get it, Bobby. Laughing out loud. All right, kids. I'm done. Got to get some rest here and get ready for tomorrow. I got work to do all day today and get ready for tomorrow morning with you for class lesson number 19 live tomorrow morning, noon Eastern. Have a good one, everybody. Thank you again. This is Bruce from Calgary saying goodbye in 3, 2, 1. Bye. Way to go, Charlie. Bye.